gentlemen, we're back. Welcome back to the podcast. My name is Stephen Hayden. Welcome back to the That's Scuffed Up podcast. We are finally here for your 2025 Wiffleball season. I'm joined over here to my left on camera, I believe it is, or on my right, depending on if you're watching this. I don't know anymore. We're joined here by Mr. Tommy Hernandez. Tommy, we're back. It's been a little
What's
while since
up,
we've had the podcast. How you doing?
dude? Good, dude. I'm just so glad to be back. It's good. It's getting that time of season. You know, the air is changing. It's getting a little hot here in Southern California. The good couple more practices have been going on. I love it. It's been exciting.
Yeah, we have not had a podcast, I believe, since the first or second week of January, which we were finishing highlighting the 2024 season and just everything that happened because there was a lot that happened. If you want to check out episode 57, that's on the page. But we got episode 58 here for you guys. Really get this
Dang.
going, and we've got a lot got a lot already that's happened before the wiffle ball season is
Yeah.
even started. We got a lot of interesting topics to talk about today. But it's been a little while since we checked in, Tommy. How's life going? How's the school life going? And how have you been lately?
Dude, it's been good. I have been loving life. God has been good. You know me, I'm a big Jesus lover. So God has been good. Been soft. So I'm on a coaching staff for my university softball team, APU, Blues Pacific. You know, we've been having a good season. You know, playing some whiffs. You know, going down to Arizona, playing with my new teammates. You know, racking up some new trophies for the trophy room. You know what I'm saying? You know, won a fun little charity tournament with my new teammates with the Pandas, Logan Rose and all them. I'll talk more about them later. But life has been good. I've been feeling very blessed. But I think you kind of know this time of year for school. Finals are coming up. Like Pat, now I'm finally joining something where there's a tournament for like a conference tournament. So like, ooh, it's like becoming very a lot. Easter's tomorrow, so you know. Well, what about you, Stephen? How's life been for you? They haven't heard in a while. So how's life been?
We're just living the dream, man. We're just wrapping up baseball season, or I think last time we talked, baseball season it might have just started or was just about to start. So, we're just living. We're trying to survive the season to make sure the arm doesn't fall apart. Wait to see if we're gonna make playoffs and be good from there because that's as we'll talk
Sir.
about later. That's kind of affecting some wiffle plans right now. Obviously, baseball takes priority. I'll put that out there, especially for this year. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, we're all good here. We're all good. We're just we're getting ready to
Yes,
go.
sir.
This action is starting to heat up. A lot of different areas. Certain leagues are starting up. Certain leagues are about to start up. So it's looking up
Hey,
here for the wiffle scene right now.
hey, I agree with that, man. I'm excited. I am excited. All right, what do we got,
Yeah,
Stephen? What do we got?
I mean,
I'm
I
ready.
mean, I mean, this is pretty recent. I mean, this is something that we've known about for a little while. I mean, I've been hearing about it since the middle of last year about a possibility. But the MLW draft, we'll go on that one first. The MLW draft just came out recently for the 2025 class. A lot of interesting action in the draft overall, which we'll talk about. But obviously, us California guys, us SoCal guys. We had the first player from the West Coast, or really the west side of the United States, drafted into an MLW wiffle ball, and that would be one Mr. Dustin Staggs himself, drafted second overall by
Dude,
the Gators, teaming up with a
crazy,
couple of guys he's already played with a couple times in Sawyer Bean and
crazy.
Jeremy Adams. Just hearing the news. I mean, what I mean. What was your kind of reaction to this when you heard it was and saw the video when you heard it was first official?
I just thought, like, I watched it. So you saw me watch it for the first time because I was sitting in my chair yesterday.
Yep.
Because I did get to know like a little soon, but like it's just crazy. Like I think Dustin, first of all, deserves it 100%. Dustin, I hope if you, I don't know if he watches this, but if he ever watches this, if he ever decides to, Dustin, you deserve it 100%. Like that dude is very dedicated, great at wiffle ball, great man. Has like Sawyer's an amazing dude, so and he has such great chemistry with Sawyer and all them. Um, but yeah, I think it's so special. I think it's gonna open up wiffle ball to multiple states, like or like multiple states in the West, and finally like Dustin gets to show what the West has. So like they kind of know, like you guys, I know you and him won the tournament, the Wiffle the Min dominated that, SoCal style. But it'll finally like for him to join that league, he'll be put on a bigger setting, and I think it'll be fun to watch him in the navy blue, green, and I think that's the two colors. Was it navy blue, green, and white? Whatever the colors are. No,
Something like that. I'm not.
something like
I don't
that.
know. So,
Yeah, but yeah, like, it's just it's super exciting. I think it's special, man. It's special, special.
this I mean, from my perspective, I mean, I think this is absolutely great. I think this is sick that he's able to that we're able to have someone just not even if it wasn't him, even with someone else, just have someone from the California region be able to join him to be able to be able to to afford to be able to go out there and stuff like that and be able to work it into their schedule and things like that. It's
Afford.
definitely
It's a good. Yeah, afford. It's a good aspect to have.
yeah. It ain't cheap to go out there, especially all depending on how many
No.
times he goes out there, and plus he's got other stuff. But I think this is gonna be really good for him. I mean, this is something that's been talked about for a long time. I mean, I think maybe since June of last year,
Yeah, it's been a while.
Dustin's been kind of pushing to see what the possibility is of him joining, and I kind of dabbled a little bit in it, but I wasn't as like committed as Dustin in this. I would say, especially financially wise. He right away said he'd be committed to coming out there and making his way out there and things like that. But
Yeah, he.
this is something he talked about with Kyle out there at Wiffle and the Mitten. So this is like I said, this has been in the works for a while as a possibility. There's some bumps in the road as to whether this would happen or not, but I think it's going to be really good to see this happen. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for him to be able to go out there, meet some new people, talk to even more people than we did at Wiffle and the Mitten, and be able to get his name out there and show what he's got and what the area of California has got.
Exactly. I agree 100%. Like, SoCal represented his so gets to represent us. We get to see. I'm really excited. I can't wait to watch him on YouTube. I had actually, I took a hiatus on Instagram for Lent. Like I was working on it. Taking a break from social media. I got back on it today because Lent's over. The Lord is risen. Look, Jesus is rising tomorrow. Praise God. But I get back and my buddy I played travel ball with in high school text me says, "Yo, I saw Dustin got drafted number 2." And I was like, that's just so cool. I was like, it's cool to that now that like being in the realm of football, it's like cool to be like to have someone like that and like for like be friends with someone who's in that and like even like be like part of that and like have him get represented SoCal and him going to play out and be like, oh, that's my homie out there. That's my homie playing out in hopefully a stadium or that's my homie playing at the Meadows and stuff like that. And so it's just really cool. He's doing an amazing thing and yeah, he like dedicated like the talking about affordable like he works really hard, guys. Like outside of he didn't just play wiffle for a living. That dude works full time, and so he's been saving money to do this. And so I'm really proud of him, and I'm excited for him, and I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. Represent SoCal.
Yeah, and I mean he's joining a pretty good team as well. I mean
Yeah, no kidding.
The Gators were just missed out on the playoffs last year, but it was I mean it was kind of a lot more just the conference they were in, the division they were in, which now with no
Yeah,
divisions in MLW, who knows how that'll change. But I mean he's doing I think I mean looking at it team wise, I mean he's already got the chemistry with Sawyer. That's obvious. I think pretty much everyone
and
most
Adams
people.
and Jeremy Adams.
Especially with Sawyer there. I mean, we've played in like 4 or 5
Yeah,
different events with him, and I mean, those two are like two peas in a pod and stuff like that. Obviously, we have the Jeremy connection through UWIFs last year, and some other stuff we'll talk about with Jeremy as well. But I mean, team wise, I mean that trio along with the likes of a Chris Cheatham and Jason Chadwick. I think that's got the chance to be a very good team. I mean, Dustin steps in; he doesn't even really need to pitch on a team like this. He can kind of just play defense and be able to adjust at the plate because with some different rules and it's a little bit of a shorter distance than in MLW as compared to SoCal. It's like a foot closer, so I think he's going to be able to do well out there. And
yeah,
it's just one of those you just never know what's gonna happen. It's one of those you just gonna have to wait and find out, I guess.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to. Yeah, like I said, I don't think he'll need to pitch very much. Jeremy Adams and Sawyer are great pitchers, but I know he can. So I'm excited to see him pitch. He's gonna do what he does best: defense. Like, dude's got amazing defense, amazing defender, added defender of that team, and then also his eye, his sight for the ball. Like that dude knows the zone better than anyone. So I can't wait for him to like lead the league in walks. He's gonna get on base a lot. So he's gonna do what Dustin does, and I'm excited to see him do it in the Gators uniform. And I agree, great team. Like they missed the playoffs because of the division format. With that gone, I think they're gonna be a fun one to watch, and I am definitely gonna tune in every Friday when they play. Like every Friday, we'll have a watch party for his first series.
It'll be interesting to see all of that. Speaking of walks, like during the video, Kyle in the voiceover, he highlighted the U.S. 2024 as one that Dustin stood out in, and I just say that because it was funny because Dustin had over 500 on base percentage, but only had 2 hits for the whole tournament, so it was funny though.
Oh, okay, Steven. Sorry we can't get like 13 hits in one weekend like you did.
I just
Yeah,
saw that. I
yeah.
just saw that. I was like,
How
if
many
he
hits
said
did
like
you?
the
How
POW
many hits did you
tournament,
have in U.S.? How many hits? How many hits do you have in U.S.? Nine,
this
right? Nine.
conversation ain't about to me, Tommy. We're not talking about me right now. We're talking about Dustin. I just thought it was funny. He highlighted that. So yeah, he really showed out the. I already told this to Dustin. I joked him about it. He was a little pissed that he didn't have more hits, but he also had he got on base 19 out of his 36 at bats at UF. So I mean, he got on base a lot. So
Yeah, he does. He just sweet. Yeah, he can hit. Like, but Dustin has bat to ball skills. U.S. is a different beast, so he has bat to ball skills, especially with that yellow bat. But like Dustin knows the zone, so I just his defense and his plate discipline is second to none.
yeah,
So
we're
it's
very much looking forward to seeing him out there. And see him in the Gators uniform. I told him this might be a fun idea. Like if he gets a some kind of jersey release, we show up to one of his tournaments and one team just is all wearing his jersey out there. I think that would be a fairly
heck
funny
yeah.
idea.
Hey, hey, Dustin. Hey, man. If it gets you a little, I think because I don't know if it's like NIL or if you like buy his jersey that he gets paid. I'll buy his jersey, man. I think I will buy his stuff. Like, shoot, I will help him get a little dough in his pocket because I want to support that dude through it. I would be so down to go to play a SoCal tournament in his jersey. That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny because, like, I told us I want to play one SoCal, so that'd be funny to be in a Stags, all of us in Stags jersey playing on his team.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, we'll have to
Absolutely,
see if we can make that happen. That would be pretty funny. Uh,
that would be hilarious.
yeah, we're looking forward to Dustin. Looking at some of the other points in the draft. Obviously there was that big trade that happened in the middle. We also had a couple other
Insane,
guys known. Be
in
yeah,
insane.
go for it. What were your thoughts?
Hey, dude,
Seeing that?
like. Well, so like yesterday, you guys watched it before. So like when I was like, you guys told me I'm 14 years, that's why I watched it. And I'm like, dude, Trey Flood to the Mallards, that's huge. The Mallards, like that helps the Mallards a ton. Preston Colm was finding his arm for the Mallards, so I was kind of shocked they got Trey Flood, but that just is a huge pickup. Now, like that team is just loaded with pitching. Who else? Who else got traded away?
Nick Saylor and Matt Carlington go to the Diamondbacks,
Nick,
and
there it
Jake
is.
Pennington
Nick
to
Saylor
the
to the
Brewers.
Diamondbacks. Oh my gosh, like that's like adding on, and then Shima's coming back, and they picked up Jake Sullivan in the draft. So it's like you're just adding, adding, adding. So I'm really excited to see the Mallards and the Diamondbacks and see how they play.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things go. I even just say congratulations to Soreness. I think based off that Great Lakes Legion team they have with RJ being on that team and them knowing each other well and playing against each other, I think everyone kind of assumed he was going to be drafted to the Magic and then the Magic have 2 picks, and not take Sullivan was surprising. And Jake was even kind of surprised and but then he saw he didn't really know about the Norp stuff until the day of the draft that Norp was going to draft him and things on the Diamondbacks and things like that. But I think he's in a pretty good situation where he's at
Oh,
right now. I think that'll work out pretty well for him, especially with Flood leaving. That kind of opens the gates for Sullivan to be able to pitch a lot. Maybe sometimes even
Hey,
2 games a series. So we'll see.
that's true, but I forgot to add Matt Carlington is part of that deal. And I think you know this already. Since 2023, I'm a big Matt Carlington fan. I love that dude. Matt Carlington is a fan favorite. Remember when I thought Matt Carlington was the guy we were gonna play with
Yeah,
at
I do remember
Arizona in
that guy.
23? I was like, Dustin, you got Matt Carlington, didn't you? And he like didn't tell me, so he's like snickering. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be Matt Carlington, man. We're gonna have Matt Carlington for Arizona. And I think the Diamondbacks are gonna be fun to watch. I Jake's a good dude. I almost ended up playing with Jake. You helped me out with that. I almost played with Jake, and we'll talk about it later. But I actually almost ended up playing with Jake, and he's just a dude. So like I'm very excited. This is gonna be a fun year of MLW. Like it's just going to be fun. Yeah, the Magic. I thought they would take Jake Sullivan with the. I thought that was gonna happen. I thought they were gonna take him to like have that chemistry with RJ, but you know stuff happens, and you make decisions, and we'll see how that works out for them with Brady Pearson, Jackson's brother.
Yeah. We'll see how that all flows out. I mean, Sean Horberger with the first pick. I mean, you can kind of expect that.
Oh,
Um,
ooh, great pick.
you had the Cobras being the Cobras as they usually are. Um,
Oh yeah, picking a Division 1 hitter for Division 1 baseball player. That's like,
well,
yo,
it worked for them last. It worked for them last year, so we'll see. Uh,
Esh is a good player. Hey man, hey, I'm not arguing with Drew Davis. That is Jolly Olive's teammate right there, guy. Like not that is the what are the new team in the warehouse like Olives
ooh, I
like
can't remember. I don't know.
but like yeah like that is Drew Davis. That is the Drew Davis. Come on, come on.
It was funny seeing Evan Porter getting drafted as well. I mean, I will say so a good amount of the stuff I did know just because of talking to Dustin and hearing stuff, and with me being like as close to and on the same team like fast pitch team with like Sawyer and Jackson Pearson and stuff, but still seeing Evan Porter be drafted and being drafted was fun.
Wait,
Was fun
he's
to
on the
see.
Pacific Preds, right? He went to the
Yeah.
Preds. Yeah, that's a good one because Levi Fleer. Aren't they buddies? No. Wait,
They're friends. They've played in, they all know each other through the Northville and the WR Wiffle
the
League, which
Northville
are
there we go.
the two local leagues that, within the Michigan area. So I mean they all know
Yeah,
each other really well.
I will say this. This is what I kind of talked about Dustin though, and you. It's just they draft so many young guys. Like some like a lot of like half the draft was like guys who are 15, 16. And I was like, and I get it, like building, but like there's I feel like there's a lot like drafting young guys and combining it with guys who are in their like mid 20s to late. It just is. It's just such an interesting mix of like the Preds was so interesting with having the Cratch and Warda and Russell, and then having Levi Fleer. Like I just thought that was such an interesting mix of personalities and stuff like that. And I just have heard stories from some of the guys about how it is playing with younger guys and like 15-year-olds in the league, and it just like it could go both ways. Like RJ Walgate, love that dude. Got to text with him a little bit. Can't wait to meet him at Ma, hopefully, or you wish whenever I meet him. Like just another Jesus lover and stuff like that. But like there's just I've heard some stories, so I'm like really intrigued with that. But who knows? Like they'll shock me, of course, because like Ty Franzik isn't he like 16 and he is a dog. So
Yeah,
and Jeremy Adams is young and stuff like that.
we'll have to see what happens and all of that, but I'll clip this and send that to later to Evan Porter. But good boy, Evan
Okay,
Porter.
buddy.
Good boy. But yeah,
Get out of here, guy. You sound like my middle schoolers at junior high. Good boy.
well, there's Evan Porter for you. So.
Imagine you have him on the phone, like you flip it. Get
I'll
out of here. Evan Porter, I can't wait to meet you. I'm not talking bad about you. I'm just interested. There's a lot of great wiffle players in their 20s that aren't in the league. So,
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But we're looking forward to seeing Dustin out there and seeing him on camera. I mean, we've already seen him
yes,
on
sir.
camera a lot through the Socal channel, but but now we get to see him on a bigger stage, on a different stage out there. So
Yeah,
it'll be
channel with like
interesting to
600,000 subscribers. It's a big,
see.
little bit of a difference, or 500,000. Sorry, 560,000. A little bit of difference. A little bit
We'll,
of difference.
we'll have to see what happens there, but speaking of guys getting drafted, the BLW draft got released. I thought it would be a video, but it ended up being just Instagram. It got released about what, like a month and a half ago, and you ended up getting up taking number one overall. I don't know how it happened, but I think it's somehow. I think they might
Uh,
have taken you. Maybe they put down the wrong name or the wrong Tommy Hernandez, but
oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, they meant another Hernandez, but they were like, we already made the pick, so we can't change it now. So they
yeah.
had us deal with it.
So you did get drafted in this most recent draft, first overall to the Desert Diamonds. What
I
I
did.
know this has been in talks for a while, but what are your kind of your expectations and hopes of, like in terms of like joining a team like the Desert Diamonds and just joining the league in general?
Um, Joining a team like the Desert Diamonds is going to be an interesting one. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it's just I know they're coming off a really rough couple of years. With they had to trade Logan, like they traded Logan because to get another pick. So they're coming off like trying to like they're rebuild. They went for a rebuild again. So I'm really excited. Aiden Mahoney's a funny kid. I've never met him. I get to meet him, hopefully in the first series next Sunday. It's play, but it's a funny kid. He called me at church. I was at church and he said, "Hey, we have a charter jet coming to pick you up to come pick you up and bring you over to Arizona because you're gonna be a Desert Diamond." And I was like, and I knew he was joking, but I literally was like, I'm at church serving, I can't come. And it was like, I was
Oh
like, but
man.
it was just the funniest. He's just this funny kid, another young kid. So I get to just be around my new teammate Tom Jankowski. What a wizard, man! He's played for a long time, and I've got a lot to learn from him. I'm excited. I'm excited to be in the BLW. Those are my new teammates, so I'm excited to go out to Arizona. Love AZ. Love the state. Love the cities. Phoenix. Excuse me. I'm excited. I'm excited for what it holds. I get to be and Aiden already kind of told me I get to pitch a lot, so I'm kind of excited to be put into an ace role, and I get to use cut balls, so that makes me feel so much more comfortable to pitch. I don't have to worry about because Steven knows Scuffs and I don't really connect sometimes, and so I'm really excited to throw cuts, and I can throw my cuts because I cut wiffles now, so I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited to go out next weekend and play. Just gotta get some homework done for school, and then I can play wiffle ball.
Yeah. I think you went in between like three or four different scuffs last year trying to find the right one, and
It was awful. I just Steven got to know me a lot more, and I think you know this. I change stuff too fast. I don't just stick with it and get better with it. I keep changing things, and so this fall I really worked on finding the bat I like. So the walk off bat, I use the walk off, and I also have now a what a bat, but the walk off one I use the most, and I use the same cut now. I have the same cut that Brody Livingston helped me make. Shout out Brody. He helped me make it, and so I have my own cut now. And now I use Brian, my teammate Brian Owen. Love that dude. He has a scuff that I use, and I only use those now. And it's like I was inconsistent because I kept trying to change things and find the perfect thing instead of just getting better with the balls that I had. And since I've made that adjustment in the fall and worked on it, now it's like it been a lot easier to be consistent in the tournaments I go to, and with pitching and hitting and stuff like that. And now it's not like, oh frick, this isn't working, let me toss it. Oh frick, this isn't working, let me toss it. It's like, oh, like I know where this is missing. I know how this ball works. Let me just aim a little this way, aim a little that way. And yeah, I'm excited.
yeah, obviously, we talked about Michigan and Arizona. Obviously a lot cheaper, and a lot more, a bit more affordable to be able to get
Oh
out
yeah,
to Arizona and Arizona and that just a
easy.
lot closer. I mean, it's a 6 hour drive compared to a 4 hour flight.
6 hour drive, baby.
But
Hit that gas station right in that middle. Eee.
you've also been playing with the Roses and Brody and Joey Jankowski more and stuff like that. You showed off the trophy in the beginning.
Yeah, you know.
what's your kind of plan with them in terms of like playing with them for the future and things like that?
So you know me. No, I'm just kidding. I'll put this down. I need to get this back to Brody next weekend actually, because he technically it's his he won MVP of the championship, so he gets it. But I'm playing with them in UIFs. Those are my dogs. I got to talk with him after the fall. I after getting to show off a little bit of my talent and getting in the grooves of fast pitch against better competition. Logan texted me in December and said, "Hey, do you want to play US with us?" And I was like, "Heck yeah!" Brody helped me out with that, Brody Livingston, and after the whole mojo whiffs and then him coming back, we're finally getting a solidified roster, and so it's like I'm playing with them in UIFs. We might go play a couple other tournaments. I can't say anything for sure because I don't know if what's happening, but those are my teammates now, and I did talk to him a little bit about it earlier. Like I would love to play with Socal at some point in my life, if it's in 5-10 years, because like I love Dustin, I love Steven. Those are my dogs. Been the ones that helped me the most. But these guys have really helped me find a position to play in big tournaments now, and they have been in my corner the past couple months, along with Dustin and Steven and like my buddies on Spitfire. So I'm excited to play with them, like UIFs, playing UIFs with them for the next couple of years, 3 years, 4 years. So I am so excited to play with them in UIFs and play on the pandas. I'm a panda now. I'm a panda.
All
I'm a panda. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, I'm excited. I got to check out their field. So when I played in the tournament, the charity tournament we played in, I got to stay at their house. I drove in. They let me stay, sleep on their beach house couch, and dude, I am stoked. It is a nice field. Grass is cut low. Beautiful rose field scoreboard, and I am so excited. Looking at a couple of series that just happened with Dolby versus Rose, and what is it, the Cougars versus the Wolves. I'm itching, dude. I'm itching. I want to play Brody Livingston. Brody Livingston, buddy, you're next. Buddy, you're next. I got you next weekend, buddy. If this comes out before, I'm sending this podcast straight to you. I'm playing you next weekend. The Diamonds are gonna shock this season. I'm fully committed, kind of like Dustin. I told them I am fully committed. I found a job that I can take some time off if need to go. Like I am fully committed to go out and play every series that possible. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I have my softball team that I work for is all supportive of it too. It's really funny, like trying to tell them about it, and they're like all in now, especially when they found I got paid in the fall to go out. So they're like, "Oh yeah," like they're like asking me when am I going out next and stuff like that. And so I'm really excited. I have a good support system here out in SoCal, and I'm ready to go to Arizona, show off the SoCal skills out there.
Should be interesting to see. You know, you gotta you got more Southern California guys going out to play more whiffs and stuff. Should be interesting to see. We're getting Dustin out to Michigan, you out to Arizona, and we'll see what else
AZ.
happens in the future and things like that. And I'll just stay home and just do nothing. So.
Do nothing. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Do nothing.
We're all good here. We're just living life. Yeah, yes, I mean,
Yes, sir.
so we're very much looking forward to seeing both you guys play in your respective leagues and things like that. But
Thank you. Thank you.
if you wanna make a clip for Brody right now, what do you predict? This podcast will hopefully be out this should hopefully be a Monday or Tuesday that this is releasing out, like this next coming Monday or Tuesday. So what's your prediction here? If you got anything to say to Brody.
Brody, prediction is it's going to be a great series. I know you run that league, but I'm new, and so my prediction, like, sorry, Aiden, I'm gonna say this. I think Brody's gonna take me deep a couple times. Brody's seen my arm a lot, and because it's cuts, he's seen me pitch with cuts, so he knows how my pitches move. So Brody's like my biggest competition is that he knows my pitches and stuff like that. So it's like pitching around him and trying to change some things up. But I think the Diamonds will take one in that series. We will take a game. I'm not saying we'll win it only because we have Tom and I are going to adjust to it and like see how it goes. So I think we will take. I think we'll take a game. I think we could win it though. I think we have a shot. I think we have a shot to change some people's minds about the Diamonds, make a push for the playoffs. But I think we'll take a game. I'm gonna try to stay humble. So I think we can take a game in the series.
You
One
heard
out
it,
of
Brody.
three. I think we
Tommy
can.
thinks he's gonna sweep you guys. You heard it, Brody.
Oh yeah, Brody. Just kidding. We're gonna sweep you guys. You guys are getting shut out every game. No hit.
Okay, yeah, clip that.
No, I think it's gonna be a good series. Clip that right there.
Clip
Only that part.
that.
Only that part. Only that part. Only that part. No, I love you, Brody. I love you, Brody. I think it's gonna be a fun series. I can't. I need to give him the trophy I'm holding up, guys. I have to give back to Brody because he won the MVP of it because he threw a complete game shutout and hit the our only run of the game and hit a homer off a guy throwing 95 miles an hour. So and we played at a field that was like 150 feet. The fences, like it was a far fence, and he smoked it over the fence. So it's like I have to go hand it back to this guy. I have to give back the trophy. So it's gonna be a good series.
Yeah, we will see what happens and like unlike MLW, the BLW series are live streams. You can see them as they're happening if you're interested in seeing what's happening. So once the series if people are interested.
Sunday, April 27th. Yeah, April 27th. So the week, so Easter's tomorrow, the week after Easter. Yeah, April 27th. They haven't said what time yet, so it kind of sucks to not bring it up the podcast.
Okay.
They haven't said when we're broadcast. Yeah, we're still debating on it. I'm shooting for the morning because you know me, I have to drive back. The plan is to either drive back that night or drive the 6 a.m. Sunday or Monday morning to drive back. I was able to get someone to cover my shift Monday morning, so it's like I might just drive back Monday morning and drive straight to softball practice. You know, just
Yep.
drive to softball and go to practice. But yeah, Sunday, check it out. Please, my mom will probably be watching, so I might have some support.
I'll make sure I check out
Huh?
some of it at least and see what's
I
going on.
appreciate that.
Saw a little
Yeah,
bit of the first one, so
yeah.
I'll check
See,
this out.
it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Excited, but hey, diamonds up, baby. Diamonds, baby. Diamonds, baby.
So it must feel a
Hey,
little weird for you as we transition here. You know, you play in these two leagues, well, despite the fact that they've both started, you haven't played a game yet, whether it be
nope.
BLW or the Socal League, which has actually started up, even though the Instagram is a little behind. I'm trying to catch up. It's just a lot of graphic work I'm trying to do to make sure
Yeah,
everything's right and caught up and stuff.
you've been posting nonstop on that SoCal. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we're still going. We're catching up. It's hard to. It can be hard sometimes to remember stuff that happened 6 7 months ago, like for example the World Series and stuff. But finally, 2024 is done. But in terms of the Instagram, but in terms of real time, like the off season's already happened, the draft has already happened, and we actually just had our first week of games this previous Saturday, in which I say you didn't play because of the new schedule. The Dolphins had a bye week the first week. So you guys are 0-0.
Lame.
You're not last place,
Yes.
but you're not first place.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you're right. You're right in the middle there for now with you don't have a win, but you don't have a loss. So that's always a good start. Uh,
Yes,
but
dude.
but
Hey.
but yeah, the 25 season for Soka has gotten started. You guys will see more updates as they continue on here for on the Instagram. I will keep putting them up because I've been running the Instagram for the last year and a half or so. I started right after BLW 2023 tournament. I started right after that, so it's been about a year and a half of me of you guys dealing with my badly cut videos and stuff like that. But we're getting better
Nah,
with stuff.
you're
Obviously,
doing fantastic, Steven.
uh, obviously
You're doing great. I know.
there has been a lot of changes within the league in terms of the format, in terms of no videos. No more videos are going up, and that's why we've had to do these recaps for the 2024 season. Trying to remember everything was a pain, but and then we also have the Fullerton Phoenix are not involved in the league this year. That's gonna go up that should maybe be up already, depending on if I put this podcast out on Monday, it should already be up.
Oh,
I should
yeah.
probably put this up on Monday. I probably won't put anything up on Easter because it's Easter.
That's
Um,
right.
but then,
Day for the Lord.
but then the draft that's happened. So we've gone down to 7 teams in the league. So because of that, we're having a longer season. No videos, and we're having like multiple series going on at the same time for those in the California area who have been to our tournaments before. it's almost like you're playing a tournament day, except you're playing a 3 game series now as well, which is new from last year. We bumped it up from 2 games to 3 games a series, and everyone is getting the chance to play everyone. But because we have 7 teams, that means we have 7 slates in total, and it means each team is going to have 1 slate in which they have a bye. So just in general, so we try to work it out with some guys like who's got the most college guys and things like that on the teams. So our two biggest issues in teams with the most college guys gone were the Dolphins and the Penguins. So as I mentioned, the Dolphins had the bye the very first week, and the Penguins will have it the next week to help balance it out. But
Yeah.
we
Honestly, worked out perfectly. Like it literally did. I was in Irvine when you guys were playing, so I was like, thank goodness it was moved. Like we didn't play that first series. We would have had like it would have just been Brian, I think.
yeah
Brian and Dean probably.
yeah. More stuff on the draft will be released. But yeah, you talk about Brian
Oh
Owens.
crap.
He's a
My
I,
bad.
I,
My bad.
who knows who I don't know how many people are going to see this, or it's not going to be that huge of a deal. But the season has begun. We've had a few teams get some wins already. A few teams with some interesting series. I believe you have my Sharks
Excuse me.
and the Llamas, who are 3-0 at the moment.
What do you know, dude?
Both
Y'all,
super
how
super
was
close
that? How was
games.
that sweep, dude? How was that?
You know, on the day in general, there was one team in each series that like had like their main guys and was ready to go, and then you had the other team that was shorthanded and not really the most ready to go in terms of this. Just it's just gonna happen. Sometimes you're gonna miss guys. Um,
Yeah.
for like me and my team and the Llamas and the Apes were the 3 teams I really had like all like pretty much all their guys, or if not like
Oh.
most of them, and then Llamas ended up sweeping the Penguins, who that was only Ian Brunetti and Zach Wemple, because
Zach Wemple.
all the other Wemples and Colin Middleton were at college, so they got swept. The Cobras, it was only Shaden and Drew Hendrickson there for them, and they couldn't get both of them in time for the first game, so I had to take a forfeit the first game. Then we beat in the next 2 games because they haven't played wiffleball in about 5 months, and then the only series that was like really interesting was the Apes and
Panthers.
Panthers series,
Apes.
in which the Apes actually won that series. They won the first 2 games, and then Panthers won on a walk off single in Game 3. But that was the new look Apes, which will be shown on the Instagram later. And then for the Panthers, it was only Dustin and his new pick that he got in a trade. His new player got in a trade, so there was only those 2 available for them. So each week is going to be different in SoCal, but for right now, that's how this week goes. Dolphins didn't play, but they will play in every single other slate this coming season. So should be interesting to see how that'll go as we continue on with the SoCal season.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited to play my first series on Saturday. I have back to back Saturday, Sunday. I'm excited, dude. Yeah, dude. I wasn't out there, so like Brett Steven has all the perspectives. I did have a teammate out there and stuff like that. But yeah, it's the new format. I know it sounds like, oh, like especially some people are like, no more filming. Like, oh my gosh, it's not gonna. No, honestly, guys, like it's gonna be good. Like the format is gonna make it so much more fun, and you're gonna like you'll see. Are you gonna post the series throughout the Instagram?
I will post the
Is that
results
how it's gonna go?
as we go on the like the series results and stuff like that. Maybe
Okay, so you guys will see. So like fans will see like results stuff like that. But like this format will be good. Like it's gonna allow us to kind of just take the league more fun. Cause like stuff like people like Steven, Dustin, a couple other guys in the league. We do a lot of other stuff, traveling and playing in other leagues that are super competitive, super serious. Like we got to give like all, and so like playing in this, it'll be a fun environment that we can hang out with friends, compete, just talk, and like it'll be more laid back, and I'm excited for that. Like last year, Steven kind of knows I was pooping bricks every game. Like I was pooping bricks a lot, especially when I pitched, and I was really struggling, and having that filmed like also got to my head. And so I was like, so now having film, so that even when like let's say like I have a rough day, I'm like, oh, it's just a rough day, like no big deal. Like we'll have like we'll and to play 18 games instead of 10, huge difference. Like you have a lot of room to make the playoffs, and like one bad series, like the Panthers and or not all like Panthers, Cobras, Penguins, all those guys who lost their series. It won't like that's just one series. That's only 3 games. Because like 3 games out of 10 is huge. 3 games out of 18 is not as big of a difference, or is a big difference. Sorry, opposite, big difference. So like you'll see the Cobras pull out their full roster and they're gonna start winning. They're a great team. We have them in our first series. Penguins are a great team, a really good team. Dolphins and Penguins do not mesh. Like we are rivals. We always love playing those guys. So they're gonna pull out a good team. And the Panthers, man, you know they are they already announced the winners, right, for last year.
Yeah, that's been announced.
Yeah, yeah, it's been announced. Okay, yeah, it's like Panthers, reigning World Series champs. One series will not define them. They will come back. Bodie will show, and Bodie will ball. Bodie, and EJ, dude, I'm excited. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a good SoCal season. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I think there's I will say the new look apes. I thought they actually looked pretty good for their first series. You know, especially going against Dustin and his new player he traded for, which both of them are good hitters. And actually, with they had multiple guys. No one pitched 2 games for them, and they actually had some good looks at some stuff, some different looks that guys like Dustin is not really used to seeing in the SoCal league. So I think that could be a real good possibility, and as also since we've gone down to 7, we have taken away the divisions. So now it's
Yes,
just the top 4 teams out of 7 make it into the playoffs, very much MLW style, where it's you have no more divisions and stuff. So you'll have the four best records in there. I mean, you can call the Sharks basically the Gators of last year, given how
yep.
what our record was and how we did make the playoffs. So,
And we were the Cobras last year, so so
uh,
yeah, we were one of those teams that benefited from it. But I like the change. I think like I said, like now that teams like that deserve to make playoffs will make the playoffs. It's the best teams will make it. And is it only 4 teams making it, or is it still 6?
it's the top 4 teams making it to the playoffs. So
See,
we're just going
even
straight
better.
to a championship series and then the World Series.
Yeah, so like it's yeah, I like it. I like it. It moves it faster. It keeps it super. It's like similar to OC Wiffleball, the league that Steven and who knows. Maybe will I make a return? We'll see. But yeah, like it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited for this for the new format, and like I said, Apes brand new team. That's we're having like the guy for our team was like scouting for us, so like he was texting us during it. Apes, dude, looking good, pulling out 2 wins against a Panthers. Even though it's just Dustin and Nico, that's still a good team. And like that's just
Yeah.
good, 2 really good players. So that was a big for them. I heard Tyler Moore pitched really well, even though he lost. So like that's a team. Like Zach pitched well, Jordan pitched okay, Jordan pitched pretty good. So that's gonna be a fun team to watch throughout the year. Like they have a lot of good wiffle ball experience, and they know how to swing those yellow bats. So I'm really excited to see them play and get to be out there with them. Good
Well,
group of guys.
well, if you're still
Love those
listening at this
guys.
point, you just got a sneak peek of their teams. But that full team will be announced on the SoCal Wiffleball
Oh,
Instagram soon.
my bad. Dude, I
Now
suck at this.
we're good. If you're still listening at this point, fair enough. Like, fair
Yeah, and that's my bad. I'm trying to adjust to like now that we're changing the formats. I need to like I was thinking that we talked about everything. Nah, the draft hasn't came out, so no more spoilers. Tommy's gonna stop talking
oh,
because I keep spoiling.
we're getting caught up. I mean, with all this, with my schedule and trying to organize everything, I just haven't had time to really get stuff out. But I'm starting to get some more stuff out now with a little bit of a break in baseball, and we'll keep getting stuff out. And I'm hoping within the next week or two I will be fully caught up. So we're just talking live about stuff. So we can just stay up to
Sick,
date, and
fantastic.
also with these like some of these series can now be live streamed and stuff like that. And there's already been one account
Yeah.
that's made some posts about the first week of the 2025 season. So
Yes.
you can see some
Yes.
stuff there if you search hard enough. So,
Sorry,
but yeah,
but
we move from there. The SoCal is getting underway, and then speaking of whiffs, we got some big tournaments starting to get up. We're getting around to that time, especially with the MAW opening day coming up very soon. for a number of teams. I believe they're up to 22 right now and looking for two more
Wow.
out in York, Pennsylvania. It's the Mid Atlantic Wiffleball League, which we've talked about on this podcast before multiple times
Of
and
course we
things like
have.
that. Whether it be Socal playing last year or some other stuff a couple years ago about the team that about Earl winning that one. I remember talking about that one a little bit because of the walk off Jordan Robles had to win that series. But we're as of this we're under 2 weeks away from that tournament happening, and we've got the SoCal team that got announced a little while ago on the we came for this Instagram, and then we've got you who's also going out to participate as well. So we'll go and start out with you because originally there was a post out about you playing with the Jokers Wiffleball Club, but things have changed since then.
Jokers.
Why don't you tell the podcast a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Logan Chrissy started after the fall. Logan was like, "Hey, let's make a team." So he made a team, and we were all set together. And then he texted us like late January, and he was like, "Hey guys, like just got a new job, working weekends, can't do ma." And I was like, so I was thinking I wasn't going, but then Logan sent me another text personally and was like, "Hey, the Cajuns are looking for players, and I think they really would they would want you to join them." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Maybe I will text him." And I took his advice and I texted the Cajuns, and Blade instantly was like, "Yep, like we want you. Like I'm so thank you for reaching out. Like yes, we want you." And I was like, "Oh, sick." And I've loved the Cajuns. We played them in the fall when they were the Squaros, and I love the team they have. I get to play with Will Marshall, and Sylvie is my teammate, as they posted on the MAW account. So I get to play with some dogs, and I'm very excited to go out. And we're pulling out some new jerseys, as you'll see when we go out for the Cajuns. And I'm excited to play in that high competitive tournament. Everyone keeps telling me that this is a good one to go to, so I am very excited to play with them.
That team is it's Andrew Leday, Will Marshall, Sylvie Serrano, Tommy Hernandez, and Jonathan Dalby on that team. Is your five is what the Mid Atlantic page says as I'm looking at it on my phone. I'm
Yes,
not just
that is confirmed. Yes, that is our five. Like, there's no changes or anything because I know a couple teams have made a couple changes, but nah, that's our five.
a very offensively power heavy team.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
interested to see how the pitch. Obviously, you guys have Sylvie who can pitch, probably pool play, I would guess, and then you got Will Marshall who
Yeah.
can pitch, who we faced at the last Arizona tournament, in which we both hit a homer off of him. I get to say that. So,
Sir.
but yeah, you guys
Yeah,
got that,
it's
and then it's kind of I mean, Leday's not really much of a pitcher. Jonathan Dalby's not much of a pitcher, and then it's like you maybe could go out there like for a game or something, but I'm interested to see how the arms are going and just what matchups you kind of get and things like that to go out there.
yeah, and our goal is to make the Sunday. So yeah, I pitched against them in the charity tournament and I did really well. I shut him out. So I think Lede was like what he wanted to see was if I could pitch against them, and we're offense heavy team. So I'm excited. Steven, I'll be right back. I promise. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll just keep talking. I'll just keep talking then. Um, but seems like you may be using the restroom or something. But yeah, I'm interested to see how that's going to work. With Tommy playing a new squad, that'll be interesting. We also have the SoCal roster out as well. That was posted on the We Came for This Instagram a while ago, in which it was me, Sawyer, Dustin, Jackson Pearson, and then we added Devin Torres and Kenny Stengel, in which that's had to change a little bit due to some changes, especially with one guy who's has been swapped out here. I don't think this is really as known. I don't think this is put on the Mid Atlantic page or anything like that. But overall for the season, it sounds like Devin Torres is going to be out. So Devin Torres, we heard he tried throwing some bullpens. His arm, he just didn't feel ready for this summer and things like that. And so we and with talking to him, we decided to go out and look for another arm because we do have Dustin and Kenny Stengel who can pitch, but I don't think they I don't. It sounds like they don't want to pitch as much.
All right, we're back. We're back. My bad. My bad.
We're
My
good.
bad.
I'm just going over the Socal roster and the changes a little bit. Stuff we've already talked
Oh,
about a little
perfect.
bit off of that.
Perfect.
Um,
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
I was just going through Devin being off the team and not being on the team for us, and then we have his replacement for Devin Torres will be a man who played with us at UWIFs in 2025, and Mr. Jeremy Adams, also another
A great
great
replacement.
another great Lake Gator that Dustin just joined. So he will be taking Devin's spot on the roster and coming out to us. I think for two maybe three tournaments and things like that. So that'll be interesting to see. Opening day will be a little bit of a question mark. There's still some up in the air about
Yeah.
whether I will be able to go. I mean, we're 2 weeks away, so I feel like I should. I usually you should know, but also I'm at the point in baseball season where we're actually waiting to see how other results go to see if we're going to make the playoffs or not because our season is over, but we have to wait. I won't know until exact like 8 days before whether I'd be able to go out to this. So I may end up just not going out to this opening day. Maybe I'll go out to some other stuff. And then
Yeah.
there are still some question marks in the air actually about Jackson Pearson being able to go out or not. So we shall see on that. I mean, regardless, I know we have guaranteed Dustin Sawyer, Kenny Stengel, and Jeremy Adams. So interested to
There you
see what
go.
happens with those guys and see how those guys do because they got the potential to do well. It all just depends.
Yeah. It'll be fun. I'm excited to be hanging out with Sawyer again. Sawyer and Dustin going out there. I hope you can come out, Steven. It always is fun when you come out. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah, the Cajuns we're high offense. It's talking about the Cajuns. That's now that I kind of can slow down a little bit. The Cajuns, man, like we're just offense, dude. Like it's we try to get a couple of arms. Like Lede was telling me the couple of guys he was trying to go for, and sadly didn't work out. But like we're banging, we're hoping for our offense to help carry, and I think it will. I think it's gonna be fun. We're just trying to make it to Sunday. I bought a flight to fly back Monday, not Sunday. So what's the game plan is to make it Sunday. But I'm excited to see SoCal. I know that the roster's been some changes, but I hope you can go so that we can see a full SoCal team and see how that plays.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I will be honest. Even if I was able to go, it's still a question mark whether I would, just because
Yeah,
prices and
it's a
stuff are
lot.
getting up there. Because prices of stuff have changed, have gone up more. I think more than like I'm not going to disclose what you paid for your flights on there, but I think it's still gone up like $60-$70 from that just in the time from when you bought that
Jeez.
to when if I were to buy that, and I'd still have to wait another week to possibly buy that because I don't want to buy a ticket and then cancel it and stuff like that. So I may end up just not going to this one, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, man.
Looking forward to it for you guys. There's gonna be a lot of good teams out there. Some changes within some teams, some new teams out there, things like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing it all and see how the guys from around here do with the and you got the Cajuns, and you got us, and you got the Las Vegas Wolfboys from around here who are going out here to the
Dude.
tournament, who are looking for. I'm sure they're looking for revenge after finishing top four at UFs this year and losing a very close game with a little bit of controversy. So. We'll see what happens. I do know their
I'm
last
excited.
MAW tournament ended in heartbreak for them as well on a walk off home run in the semifinals. So it'll be interesting to see what happens out there.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. It'll be my first like experience out of playing like in that Pennsylvania area and getting to meet some people and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. I hope it'll be a good taste before I go to UWIFs. That's why I kind of wanted to do it as like a taste of seeing how to go. I probably won't be able to go next year too because I'm graduating. So it's like it was good to go this year because next year, hopefully APU softball we make the conference tournament and hope we make it this year and then we hope we make it next year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can make win it all. And
Yeah.
so, but yeah, so this year was like the one year I could go with like a little bit less repercussion and not a lot of like consequences of like affecting graduation or anything important. I am missing the conference championship game if the softball team makes it, which kind of I like almost cried in the car the other day because I was like, what if we make it and we win and I'm not there and I'm in Pennsylvania and I was like, but like God, I think God has a great plan for those girls and has a great plan for me, and I think I'm really excited to make a step out there. Hope you can come out, Steven. But I know, yeah, it's like crazy last minute change, stuff like that. It's hard to make those
Yeah,
decisions, but
especially buying a flight out, a week before going out there, especially going across the country. We'll see, we'll see what
yeah,
happens.
we'll see.
If someone wants to sponsor me,
Hey, hey, Moonshot, did you hear that? He wants a sponsorship.
I have to
Hey.
use a moonshot first. Every time I'm a moonshot first.
Oh, my bad.
I saw that one from last year, but that one's looking to be sold. But yeah.
Hey, yeah, I don't blame you, dog.
Yeah, we'll see what happens from all. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to see where everything goes. I mean, a lot of it's just going to depend on the pool play draw. Sometimes you get really nice. Like I know last year the Cajuns actually got a really nice draw, and that really propelled them to go 3-0, and then they end up winning their quarterfinal match as well versus the Dragons, and then lost to the Juggernauts who eventually won the tournament. But so I mean, it all just depends on your matchup as you see with every tournament. You see the UFs and stuff as well where the Socal has had a tough draw each of the last 2 years, so we'll see what
Yeah,
happens as we go on from there.
I agree with that 100%. There's some really, really good teams out there that we could run into in pool play, or there's some teams or we get a really good draw and it helps us out. So yeah, it's definitely you have a little bit of lady luck in there with the draw and whatever God has planned. I'm ready. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to compete. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun.
Yep, it's getting to about that time of the year, so we're all looking forward to it. The guys are getting ready. They're doing some practices, getting her ready and things like that. But yeah, that's where we are in terms of whiffs and stuff. A lot of big stuff happening around here through SoCal, and all of that. So we're very much looking forward to this whiff season being able to get started. This could be a breakout for a number of people, I believe.
Is Gannon playing for a team in opening day, or is he not playing opening day?
Well, I know he's been on the Stompers out there for a few years in Mid
Yeah,
Atlantic
that's
with
I
with
just don't see him on the roster.
I mean who knows with the roster? Things can always
Well, yeah, I
change
know.
every
Like
day.
this tournament doesn't depict the whole roster for teams. Like a couple teams are only bringing out 3 guys, and they can bring out more than they usually will bring out more than
Yeah,
3 guys to other
yeah.
ones and stuff like that.
Yeah. It doesn't always mean that those rosters out there are necessarily true or fully informational and things like that.
Yeah,
So we'll see
it's
what happens, and we'll see how
it's
that
going.
Stomper roster looks. I think you never know what kind of surprises could be out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking forward to
Woo!
it overall though. So,
I am
yeah,
too.
that's where we kind of are. I don't know if you got any other whiffs to think about or talk about and things like that.
No, I think not really. To be honest, I think like you said, like it's becoming that time of year. Like there's tournaments out here. We're all going to tournaments in other places, and it's that time of year where whiffs you play from now from like late April till the end of like fall some is when it goes. We're at that time of year where we're gonna be playing a lot of whiffs the next few months, and I'm very excited to show what God has given me and all the practice that I put in and that my teammates and my buddies and I have for fast pitch. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. We put in a lot of work. I'm excited for the SoCal Summer Classics coming up too. So
We do have
that's a
that. That's coming up. That's May 31st and June 1st. We're currently trying to make sure we have enough teams. Trying to
yeah. I heard.
Otherwise that may
I
not be
kind
a
of heard.
possibility. California is not really the epicenter of fast pitch wiffle ball, so we'll have to see what happens. Just hopefully we can be able to get enough. Hopefully to try to get at least 8 to 10 teams to come out there. But And right now we already have
Yeah, it's.
three already registered in the Socal. We have the Las Vegas Whifflers, and you have the Cajuns already registered right now. So we'll see what other
Mhm.
teams we can get. I'm sure.
And I know for sure the Spitfires are joining that too, because that's my team with Brian Owens and Gabe Carr, Braden Eberhart, and Rex Jarcy. And we might pick up. We had a guy come up say that he kind of wants to join our team, so we might have my boy Vinny Casella join our team. That's been a recent talk. So who knows? He might be a Spitfire
Well, yeah,
for
you have to
the
figure that
tournament.
out because you gotta. I mean, can't have more than five, so you gotta figure out who's not
Oh
gonna
wait, we
play.
can only have five. I thought we can have six.
No, the summer classic is a 5-person team.
Oh crap then.
So
Oh. Oh, sorry, my bad. Gabe Carr's not coming. My bad. Gabe has something. My bad. Sorry. Gabe can't come out. That's why we're looking for someone else. My bad. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's Gabe has a family thing. So sadly, and we really want Gabe has been busted his butt too. He was really excited to play. But yeah, he has a thing with his family that he has to do. So Vinny, we're hoping to pick up someone like Vinny who could fill that role, add some outfield defense and add some extra help with pitching and stuff like that.
and hit more foul ball home runs.
Yeah, fair. It's fair.
Oh, good.
Please. Only reason I'm upset is because I was actually on Soca at the time when that happened, and I was in shock that he would call that.
Yeah, well, I
Vinny, I
mean,
love you, dude, but
we would have been the one seed at that call, but that's another story.
that's another story for another day.
That's way in the past. We made it to the final anyways, but it's all good. But yeah, that's about all the whiff stuff I can think of. It's a good catch up episode. We'll have more stuff as we go on through here. We'll start having a little more consistently. Justin Lee will come back to the pod. He was unavailable this week, so he will be back. He ain't gone. Don't worry. I know. I know you want to hear him do the intro and actually I know you guys prefer my edits, so I definitely know that for sure. My intros are just top tier, but yeah, that's about all. That's all about all the lists for right now. If you got anything, if you got any last words, Tommy.
Yeah, I just want to. I know this is coming out after Easter, but Easter's tomorrow. I go to a Christian university. I'm a Jesus follower. So please spend time with your family. Like tomorrow is the day to celebrate. Jesus is resurrecting. Jesus is going to resurrect. He's raised from the dead. The tomb is empty. We celebrate tomorrow in any fashions. If you do Easter egg hunts, give out gifts, you spend time with family, you eat a bunch of food. Like please just celebrate tomorrow and take Monday to rest, or take the next couple days to rest and enjoy life. I've been having a lot of talks about how life is short, and I'm so grateful to have met you, Steven, and met Justin, and met all the people in Wiffleball, and I'm very excited for what's coming up, and it's always a good day. Every day is a good day to celebrate. Every day is a good day to celebrate. So especially with Easter being tomorrow, or I guess if Monday, yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just don't eat too much, or else you're gonna end up looking like me. But
Oh yeah, that's true. I had a horrible dude when I was playing in college. Oh, I had a bad. I went to my pastor's house, and dude, that week in college going to Pasadena, I think I had an E. coli sickness that week. But yeah, please don't overeat, but enjoy good food, spend time with family. I hope you're doing that, Steven. Just enjoy the presence of people and community, and do some homework if you need to. I'm writing a 6-page paper tomorrow, so write a paper if you need to, dude.
yeah,
Like, yeah, do what you need to do to celebrate God.
yeah.
Whatever.
We'll be doing the homework during the day. In my last week of school this coming week. So
Hey,
we gotta
dang.
get her done. You gotta do the job.
Yes, sir. That's second to last week for me, and well, I'm trying to make it my last week. I'm trying to get everything done so it is my last week. So
Fair.
yeah, it's crunch time, guys. That's why like I could talk more about later wisp, but like my mind is so focused on like the next couple weeks for school. It's like I have to get like this week. I have to lock it. So
Yep.
yeah, it's time. So
Yep.
all right, I'm all good, Steven. I feel the love. Feel good.
Yeah,
God is good.
it's about time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tune into episode 58 here. We will continue to talk more about whiffs and continue on as we go. For Steve Nane and Tommy Hernandez signing out now. Play that outro.